What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Dad Does Videos. Today we're taking a look at the ETENWOLF VORTEX S6 portable tire inflator. And really, this is more like a portable air compressor since it's designed for far more than just topping off tires. I'm gonna unbox it, test it out, and give you my honest take on it. Before we get into that, however, let's talk through some of its key features. First, this is a heavy-duty portable inflator. It has a dual-cylinder motor. It can go up to 160 PSI. That means it's built to be faster and more powerful than your typical compact inflator. So you're not sitting around waiting forever to fill up a tire. Second, it has a large built-in rechargeable battery, so you don't have to rely on your car's power outlet. That makes it a lot more convenient to use really wherever you are. Oh, and get this, it can also double as a power bank to charge your phone or other devices if you need to. Third, it's not just for car tires. You could also use it for bikes, sports equipment, other inflatables. It actually includes 7 preset modes, which makes it really easy to dial in the right pressure depending upon what you're inflating. And it'll automatically stop when it reaches your target PSI, so you don't have to worry about overfilling. And as a bonus, it can also deflate items, which is quite useful for things like air mattresses, maybe packing some things up, or just making some small adjustments to some things you've already inflated. Fourth, it has a built-in LED light with up to 1,000 lumens, so it can really light things up if you're dealing with a tire at night. It also includes flashing and SOS modes, which could be super helpful in an emergency situation. And then finally, it's designed to run longer without overheating, which is something a ton of smaller inflators tend to struggle with. So you don't have to stop and let it cool down between tires. You can just keep going until you're finished. Let's open the box and see what's inside. So this is what greeted me when I opened the box. It's a carrying case, and everything is packaged inside the carrying case. So not only does this give a great first impression, but anybody who purchases this inflator is going to love having that very convenient carrying case at their disposal. Inside that bag, we have our actual air compressor along with a quick guide and then the more involved user manual over there. And down below in the styrofoam, we have our charger along with an air chuck and a USB cable. Let's take a more detailed look at the compressor. And by the way, this thing feels really good in my hands, really sturdy. I don't have any concerns, at least initially from a durability perspective. We've got the display right here, and we'll demonstrate that in a bit, and all the controls along the outside of the display. And by the way, I love this minimalist design. We got a couple hoses with our compressor. This bigger one right here, this is the high volume hose, so think mattresses, big inflatables, things like that. And then on the other side right here, this is our high pressure hose, and this thing is 31 inches long, and it just wraps right around this part of your compressor. On the back, we have some additional pieces right here, really conveniently stored in this compartment. We've got our high pressure nozzle right here. We've got our inflation needle right there, and then our Presta valve adapter in case you are filling up the tires in one of those really fancy high performance bicycles. And on the bottom is where we can recharge our compressor or plug in a USB cable to charge devices from the compressor. All right, let's charge our compressor and then show you if it actually charges my phone. So we're gonna grab our charger that came with our compressor, the cord that came with our compressor, grab an end of the cord, plug it into the back of the charger, and then grab the other end and plug that into the smaller hole on the bottom of your compressor, and then just plug it into an outlet, and let's see if it gives us an indication that it is charging. As you can see down there, there is our display that it is charging. All right, now let's test to see if this thing can charge my phone without being plugged in. So we just turn this on, you just hold the start pause button up here for a second or so. So you can see it pops on. We've got our cord plugged into the back like we showed you earlier when we were initially charging our compressor, and we're just gonna pop this into the bottom of my phone. And as you can see right here, it is charging. Before we get into a few demonstrations of the compressor, filling various things, I wanted to take you through a brief overview of the controls, and this is really well done. So you just hit that start pause button up there for about a second or so. You can see your display turns on. You just use this dial to change that number, that first number of the target air pressure that you want. So you can see I set it for 30 psi. When it's done blinking, it's ready to go. That second number there is the actual air pressure of whatever you are inflating. If we click the mode button on the side here, you will see different icons pop up here. Right now we have it on the car setting because we're going to be filling the air in tires on a car. But if you keep clicking, it's a pickup truck now, recreation vehicle, a ball, so sports equipment. This is the high volume setting. There's a bicycle, and that first one up there is manual. So you can see there are a variety of different modes that you can set your compressor to depending upon what you are inflating. On the bottom here, most people are familiar with PSI, but you can change the unit. You just keep clicking. We got KPA, bar, so we'll go back to PSI because I think that's what everybody's familiar with. And we've got our light button right here, so let me demonstrate that really quickly. If you hit that, there's the first light that comes on, then we get the bright one, 1000 lumens, and then we have those couple other settings that we talked about earlier. Just hit it one more time and the light turns off. And to turn this off, you just hold down on that start pause button. Okay, so we're gonna inflate this tire right here. Now I know my target PSI for this tire is 35. If you don't know that target PSI number for your car, all you have to do is open the driver's side door and look on the door jamb. There will be a sticker there that tells you the exact PSI each of your tires should be on your car. Notice my compressor is off. We're not gonna turn that on just yet. I have my high pressure hose, and by the way, this is a really nice brass nozzle on the end of it that's going to fit right into the nozzle on our tire. So I'm just going to take the cap off my tire and twist this nozzle right on. Now, you might hear a little bit of air coming out of your tire. That is not a big deal. Just twist it on until it doesn't go, so it doesn't twist any longer. So that is on. And then we're going to turn on our compressor. And it is already set with that target of 35. Of course, like we talked about earlier, if that weren't the case, if I needed to adjust that, I would just move the dial around. As you can see, 35.7, but we don't want that. We want 35. So it's blinking. It'll stop blinking in a second. You can see right here, the current PSI of my tire is 26.8. So we're gonna watch that number go all the way up to 35. Also, this orange light around the dial here will creep closer to the top as our current PSI goes up to our target PSI. All we do now is turn this thing on, watch it go, and pay attention. It's going to stop when it hits our target PSI. That's it. So we're just going to turn this off and then unhook our hose, put our cap back on. All right, let's try to inflate this football that you see right there. And as you can see, this thing is pretty squishy. On any athletic ball, there should be somewhere on it that tells you how much to inflate it. This one, and you can't see it, but it says it right here. It says to inflate to 7 to 9 pounds. That's 7 to 9 PSI. So same process. Compressor's off. We're going to grab the hose that we used with the car tire, and then we are going to grab the needle that came with our compressor and just twist our nozzle onto it like so. We're ready to go. We just push the needle into the appropriate spot on the football, turn our compressor on. There we go. And it's still on that car mode. So remember, because we're filling an athletic ball, we have to change that to the ball icon. There we go. And 8 is fine. It's already set right there because we just have to go in between 7 and 9. So we're just gonna hit start and see what happens. That's it. And as you can see, this thing is way more inflated than what it was before. Okay, let's go through one more demonstration. We want to use the inflation deflation capability, and that, remember, is with our high volume hose right here. So as you can see, we've got a mattress, an air mattress right here. There is no PSI target number on these. Everybody likes their mattresses at different levels of firmness or softness. So it's up to you to figure out how far you want to inflate your mattress. Of course, don't overinflate because that would be detrimental to the mattress. So first thing we want to do, we want to take out our high volume hose right here. So we're gonna pop it out right here. It just comes right out. It's just stuck in with these little grooves on each side, like that. And then on the side, you're gonna see a couple spots. The bottom one is for the inflation capability. It says inf right here, which is short for inflation. And you want to just put this side of your hose right in here, and then you're going to twist it towards the lock symbol right there. So we put in, twist, and keep twisting until it stops. Then you're gonna grab the other side and pick the right nozzle. So for my mattress, this is too narrow. That is not the correct nozzle to use. So if you just pop this off, this is the nozzle that is more appropriate for my mattress. And how do I know that? Well, here is where the air goes in, right here. So the end of this hose matches that perfectly. So we are just going to put that nozzle into the end of the hose, get it all set up, so you can see, just like that. And then, see if I can get our compressor so you can see it. We're gonna turn this on. And if yours is not already on the inflation deflation mode, of course you just use that mode button right here to get it there. So we're gonna turn this on and see how well this inflates. Now, I'm not gonna keep the camera on the whole time, assuming this works well, because if it's inflating, that means most likely it's going to inflate the whole way. All right, so you can see this didn't take long at all. I know I turned the camera off, but I wasn't sitting around here for that much time at all. This thing got pretty full. As you can see, it's still pretty smushy. I didn't want to fill it all the way. All right, so let's see how well our compressor deflates our mattress. Now, an important point here, you could only use the deflation capability when you are using the high volume hose. That is not a capability for the high pressure hose that we have been demonstrating already. So first things first, we're gonna remove the end of our hose from our mattress, and I'll show you why in a second. And then, if you noticed it before, the upper hole here says deflation, or DEF, short for deflation. We are going to remove the hose from the bottom of our compressor and then put it in the top one because we are going to deflate. And again, just twist it towards the lock. It's on that side. We're twisting it this way until it stays in place. Then we are going to keep the same nozzle as we've been using, but for my mattress, I actually have to pull out a little bit on this piece right here because there's a little flap inside, and this is the case with most mattresses, not all, but most, where if you remove this piece, the air stays in, which is a nice feature actually. But if you pull this all the way off, then you'll have access to the part of the mattress where you'll need to stick this in and then the air starts to come out. So see what I mean? Like if I'm pushing on this right now, there is no air coming out, and that's on purpose. That's how the mattress is built. But once I remove this, I'm going to put the end of our high volume hose back in and then just start our compressor, and we still have it on the inflation, deflation, high volume hose capability from a mode standpoint. That's all we do. Let's see if it deflates. So I'm just gonna hold this in place. That works just as well. Well, that's it. I gotta tell you, I am really impressed with the ETENWOLF VORTEX S6. It passed all of our tests or demonstrations with flying colors. It's heavy duty, it feels durable. I feel like it's gonna last a long time, and the controls are really, really well done. Minimalist, but really intuitively laid out. Thanks for watching, everybody.